Go back to OHAT object. In the step events of OHAT object, create instance action, change the layer to lay enemy. So the next thing we'll do is, for the different colored enemies, we're going to add score 20, 30, 50, and we will call the parent event. Now this is something interesting here. When you have a collision of bullet in the child event, whatever that's in the parent event will be ignored. Only the child event will be carried out. We can overcome that. Here we will set the instance score under instance variable, set the score. Make sure it's under OHAT. Set it to 20 relative. The reason why under OHAT is because we set these variables under OHAT earlier. Now we do the same for the other few aircraft. Now we want to call the parent event for this, because if we don't, whatever we have will be ignored in the parent. So this will make sure that whatever is called in the parent will be carried out by the child. So do the same for the other two aircraft, other two enemies. Next, we will do the draw event. So going to the OHAT object, select draw event. The first thing you got to do is draw self. When using draw event, the sprite will not appear, so you need to use draw self. The next action will be draw instance held. And you can get it from your drawing group. Okay, we will enter the numbers that I've already entered. I'm entering here. I've already pre-calculated the position of the health bar in relation to the HUD. Make sure it's relative and change the colors accordingly by just clicking on the color dot. After that, we will do the lives icon. These are the little sprites that will be used to show how many lives are available. So in the actions toolbox, search for the group with instance variable, and you want to read the lives first. So you use the get lives action, and you will use this value in a loop. So that means you will find out how many lives there are first, put it into a temporary variable. Let's call it count lives. Make sure you check the temporary box, and you will use it in your loop condition. So that means to say that for the number of lives that are available, this will loop the same number of times. And what will be done in the loop is it will draw the sprite. Okay, so if you got 3 lives, you'll draw the lives 3 times. If you got 1 life, you'll draw the life 1 time. So using the draw sprite action, you will choose the S lives, which I created earlier. You can create from the sprite sheet. And put it at this position. I've already pre-calculated the position, and it should be relative to the position of the HUD, because you are still in the HUD object. Now the value I'm using for the X is 30 plus 30 times I within brackets or within parentheses. We would like to do the color first, so we set the draw color. Choose a color that you like. I'm using yellow. Okay, after the color, we will need to use a font, but we have not made a font. So let's open up a new workspace. In your resource panel, select fonts and create a font. I'm using a font called Autumn. It's on my system. You can use what you like. So the size I'm using is 14. You can close that. Now that you got a font, you can go back to where we were and set font action. Choose that font that you just created. So we will use this color and font to draw instant score. Then you get the draw instant score. The caption, you can remove it, but make sure the quotation marks are there. And you key in the values as shown here for X and Y. Now we do the kills. So for this, you just use the draw value action, change the caption to kills, and the value will be the variable kills. And key in the X and Y value as shown here. Next, we will do the step event. We will do a few checks. We have to check the health before you create the explosion, because the health has to be 0. Then only can you have the explosion. You check your health. If health less than 0 or less than or equal to 0, you will then create an instance of the big explosion. And make sure it's relative. And change the layer name. So important. Otherwise, you'll get an error. Then you check the lives, followed by setting of the health, and you minus 1 from the lives. Now, you have to check the lives because after you lose health, you need to replenish health if the lives is more than 0. If it's less than 0, then you don't do it. So this is why we are doing it here. So after we have created the explosion, we are going to check if there is still some more lives left in the game. And if there is, we will first set the health to 100 and then minus 1 life. We cannot minus a life first and then set the health, because the moment you do that, the game will end, because the lives keeps minusing all the time. Set health action, set it at 100, and set lives will be minus 1 relative, because whatever number of lives, let's say you got 3 lives, minus 1. So it has to be relative. Health is absolute. So if you do not have any more lives, what is the else statement? Well, for this we're going to keep it simple. We'll just exit the game. Alright? Player has lost, game is over. You can choose to restart. You can just drag the necessary action icon if you want to restart. But I'm using exit game. So let's play the game and see if there's any errors. Okay, immediately you can see that the positioning is wrong. This could be due to the relative not being checked, and the plane position is out. We can correct this easily. As you can see, relative is not checked. And we go to the rooms, and we go to the correct layer first, and then select the aircraft and move it up a bit. And we play that. And you should be able to see correct positioning of the score and kills, and the plane is now above the score bar.